Hi everyone. In this demo I would like to present you Azure Text. It's a new script developed based on Laravel framework, and it's fully powered by Azure Text-to-Speech service. So basically Microsoft Azure Text-to-Speech, and it's one of the best text-to-speech services out there among cloud vendors such as IBM, Google, or Azure. It has support for more than 120 different languages and dialects, and supports more than 400 different realistic voices. Now it's a mix of standard and neural voices, but starting from last year's like somewhere in August, they stopped supporting standard voices. But if you are using standard voices, then you can still continue up to 2024. But if you're not using it before, then you still have around 300 plus neural voices available to you, which basically have higher qualities than standard voices anyways. Now this demo is fully available online at Azure Text Berkine.space. The link for the demo, live demo, is in the description, and there's also a SaaS version as well, so you can start your SaaS business, text-to-speech SaaS business powered by not only Microsoft Azure, but also other three vendors such as IBM, Google Cloud, and Amazon Web Services. They all have their own text-to-speech service with various voices and various support for different languages, so you can combine them. So in the front end, you can customize as you need. The front end is written with standard HTML and CSS. There is easy to edit as you prefer, and there is a front end demo as well, which you can disable from the backend, from the admin panel. So for example, if I just run something quick.
Hi there.
And you can see the quality of the sound is pretty good. So this is just a front-end demo which I created, which you can use immediately as you need, create some blog posts as you need, FAQ sections, you get the idea. So let's log in and see what we have on the back end, what will the user and admin will see. Now, for the demo, we have both um, login credentials for the user and for the admin already available, so you don't need to register. But if you can still register. You'll be registered as a user, standard user. Let's go ahead and log in as an admin. Now, most of the features here are disabled for the demo purposes, but again, as I said, the link in the demo, but also the link for the um, source code is available in Codecanyon. So you can get all source basically from the Codecanyon. So this is the admin dashboard. Here you can track how many users you have, total characters, the synthesized, how many tasks were basically synthesized tasks were there. Synthesized task refers the text-to-speech conversion, and estimated spending. So the Azure provides you up to 500 characters free per month with unlimited duration. But if you exceed the threshold, then there is a cost. It's around $16 per 1 million characters, which is still nice. Now, the admin panel has pretty much control of the entire script, but let's go ahead and start with the most important one, conversion of text to speech. I see I have some internet connection issues. Okay. So here, this is the main interface for converting text to speech. So we included pretty much everything, all the supported SML features, Now, SML is a speech markup language tags basically for enhancing the audio quality, audio experience. So you can add various effects such as increase the rate, or increase the volume, adjust the rate, and add various other features such as, for example, say yes, spell out some words, and etc. As for example, if I let's see, just a phrase, Joker. Let's spell it out. So first you need to select um, highlight the preferred word and select on each or any of those SML tags. There's three ways to synthesize this text. Now, if you just want to listen this particular text area, you can add more voices, and I'll show a bit quick demo of this one a bit in a second. This is the one way just to listen to this particular text area.
Joker.
And then the other one is listen. In this case, it will listen all the rows.
Hi there.
Like for example, if I had another voice, let me actually change the voice to Guy basically. And you can listen to this without storing it in a long term.
Hi there.
How are you?
As you can see, it basically synthesized two different text series and merged them into one audio file. If you want to keep it in the long run, let's say you want to refer back to it tomorrow, and by the way, each synthesized task, whether it's listening for the text area or listening entire text-to-speech area with all these text series included, does consume your Azure text-to-speech credit, text credits basically, well, Azure characters, so to say. Now that's why you want, there's definitely will be cases where you want to store it in the long term, so you want to refer it back tomorrow or at any time. And by the way, in each of those tasks, you can immediately download the result. Here, for example, I'm just downloading. Looks like I do have some internet issues, but and then you can also synthesize to store it permanently. That will show up here, and here now you have in the text synthesized text area, you have the text as we included. You can listen to it.
Hi there.
How are you?
Hi there.
And obviously you can delete if you want, if you don't want it. And that's for the main interface. Now to change all the voices here are dynamically changed based on the language. So for example, if I switch to Arabic Algerian, I will only see the voices available for this particular language. There is also a nice feature at Azure's text-to-speech natively, where you can include various audio music. Let me, for example, let's take Australian, Natasha, and oh, yeah, here it is. So for example, let me do an intro transition. Now you can listen to this. These were uploaded by me. So you obviously you can add your own audio file, but there's some limitation. It cannot exceed 10 minutes. So I know it can be in any of those audio formats, and I think there's a size limitation as well. But again, if your audio is just a couple minutes, then you're totally fine. So let me select an audio. Oh yeah, now by the way, the 10 minutes is not the audio file itself, but total text including audio file. So for example, if your audio is around 2 minutes, then your text, the total text inside text in a single task can be a maximum 8 minutes. So that's a hard limitation by Microsoft Azure. There's nothing you can do, but from the hard limitation perspective, but in our script you can merge actually different audio files, each of 10 megabytes, 10 minutes in length, and with this creating a longer audio files, and I'll show you in a second how you can do this. So we were trying to test intro transition here. Let me actually remove this and then clean. That's kind of nice. So to include the audio file um, into the text area, first you need to select text area and just click audio file. Um, make sure that your audio file is actually distributed through HTTPS connection with secure channel. Now in this case, as you can see from the path URL, the audio file is stored within the script itself, but you can also point to different audio files hosted or available over internet. Uh, Good morning, Vietnam. Now let's go ahead and synthesize this. So this was our audio file. So you can see the clean text and you can see the raw text with SML tags. Now audio file here, audio tag is considered as an SML tag. And by the way, Azure does charge for SML tags. Regardless which tag you put here, it will be included as the total sum of text, sum of characters.
Good morning, Vietnam.
As you can see, you can create your own, with this option, you can create your own audiobooks, add various audio effects. It's pretty nice actually. You can merge up to, well, however you prefer. There's a limit up to 20 voices. We'll get to the configuration part as well. Now you also can create, let me delete all the lines. You can also create audio files in OGG or WebM format. These are natively supported by Azure, and each audio format here supports various frequencies. Now OGG and WebM, they support the lowest frequency, but with MP3 obviously you can get full 192 92 kilobit audio frequency, as you prefer. You can group them. You can create, for example, a project. Let's say you are doing I don't know, converting text for creating audiobook or for marketing content, etc. You can um, group them by just selecting the proper group before you'll be actually synthesizing it. You can also upload a text, but in this case it's support only TXT format. Maybe we'll include support for PDFs in the future, but it will be a bit complex based on the limitation of the text area. So the limitation here is up to 10,000. Let me actually go to the TTS configuration page next to show you what you can configure. You can enable or disable all SML tags available for all users or disabled for all users. You can also um, basically show standard or neural voices, either of them or both of them. And again, standard voices are not available to new users at Microsoft Azure anymore. But yes, if you're using it before August 2011, then yes, you can still proceed with using the standard voices. Storage type, you can store the synthesized results either locally or in Amazon S3 bucket or in Wasabi bucket as you prefer. There's also option to for users as well. If, for example, for user group, you can disable or enable neural voices, but I think this is not will not work if in case if you don't have support for standard voices. Obviously, if you disable neural voices, then users will not be able to synthesize anything in any voice. Basically, you can set default voices for all new future registered users. Whenever there's a new person will be registered, by default they will have these voices set as available to them. They can change them in their profile page, and I'll show you in a second. So the maximum voice limit is 20, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 20 different voices can be merged in a single task. And you can set maximum char limit. Again, you can set it up to um, whatever you prefer. I think I have it set here. Yeah, 5,000. Okay, up to 100,000. But again, this is total number of charts, which means in each text area, that will be considered as a single task, single synthesized task, and each single synthesized task, basically each text area, can be up to 10 minutes, and you can merge 20 of those by just creating a one single audiobook from one shot. Also, you can enable or disable from the front end demo version, but that's up to you. And then some credentials that you need to include. The rest are pretty standard. So you have text-to-speech dashboard in terms of saying how what kind of characters were used, whether it's standard or neural, and what kind of tasks there were, whether it's just listen task or synthesized task. Again, just to remind you, synthesized task is the one which keeps the results in the in your default storage that you selected, whether it's local storage or cloud storage. You can also see all results from your users. So in this case, if user panel is per individual user basis, like in this from in the example before, I was using it as an admin, but again as an admin, well, basically as a user. Here you can see all the users, their synthesized task results, etc. You can see what kind of text they were synthesizing. You can download it and so forth. You can also delete it if you want. There's also a feature to customize the voices. So for example, if you don't like the voice name, then you can change it based on your preference. So for example, I don't like this name, William, and you can put something as you prefer. Now it's not critical, but still. You can also enable and disable. So in the demo, it's actually not supported, but you can enable and disable voices just with one click. You can also change avatar of these images. As you can see, it's just random demo images, but you can change as you prefer. But just be ready, there are 400 of those, so that will take some time in case you want to change. In the user management panel, you can see all the users in terms of you can make them admin, well, may change their roles, and then enable or activate or deactivate the user. So yeah, so you can see all the registered users here. And again, this is just a demo account. But again, this people who were testing this application. They basically were registered. And if I go back to the user panel, here you can see all the results that you generated as a synthesized task, which means they're stored locally. And you can see they're grouped, whether it's neural or mixed. Mixed refers to the synthesized task where at least two voices were used. I was saying initially that you can group under project name all your synthesized tasks. And here you can see the results of your synthesized task based on the project. Now I doubt that this one will have any results, but still you can go back to audiobooks. I think it had the most available. Okay, now you can also merge different audio files. So we integrated some powerful Sound Studio, which allows you to merge audio files in um, various formats, whether it's MP3 or, lossless format OGG or WebM. You can use both of them. So here, the way it works, you have to select your audio file. So first of all, if you want to upload background, you can add. The purpose of Sound Studio is, the key purposes are two things. One is merging various audio files that you generated, and the second thing is adding a background music. So for example, for additional experience, or user experience, or as an additional, I don't know, for additional effect as you prefer. You can upload your music. Oh yeah, first you need to select an audio file. But then you can upload it. You can view all the uploaded files. And I do have in my demo some files, if you got audio files uploaded already, if you want to just play around. You can decrease or increase background music, and then you can increase or decrease the final result volume. Um, so as an example, let's merge the ones that we created just now. I think it was this. There was initially some um, audio and then some text. It looks like those results are deleted, but there you see there's already some files which were merged. Okay, so the way to merge them, you have to select the files. Now they're merged based from top to bottom, so the order is actually followed. So if you want to reorder them, just grab them from the beginning and just reorder them. Now the Australian voice goes after the one above, and all you have to do is click merge. Now usually it's faster than this, but looks like there's some issues with my Wi-Fi. Okay, it's done. Now here's the result. And audio file might take some time to actually play or download.
Hi there.
So that will be the first file.
How are you?
And then the second audio type, basically that will be the second file, but yeah, unfortunately there's some internet issues. Anyways, you can go ahead and try yourself. You can also check all the voices. So if you don't want to go one by one and just pick the ones that you actually need, you can click on All Voices tab, and that will show you the voices available, all the voices available with some um, demo text, which helps you basically to listen it properly. So all you have to do is just click play and then select whichever voice you need. And as soon as you change the country or the language, all the voices are updated immediately. So you'll be listening only to voices applicable to that particular language that you selected. You can change your password. That's pretty much standard. And you can see your summary of your consumption. So for example, let's suppose I logged in as a user and I can see how many characters I consumed in this particular month, how many audio files I created, so that's basically synthesized tasks, and how many listen mode I run, and also shows how many credits I have. You can request more credits by creating a support ticket, and admin will receive a notification via the admin panel which will basically state that user requested some credits. Again, this is not a SaaS version. There is a SaaS version available down in the link as well. It's called Cloud Poly, and that's pretty much has all these powerful features included. But on top of that one, it also has support for other cloud vendor solutions. So text-to-speech from, as I said earlier, from AWS, Google, and IBM. So that's it for the demo. If you have any questions, just let me know. And in the future, I'll be creating more tutorials for all our portfolio of cloud products, and the entire portfolio is available in Codecanyon as well. Well, thanks.